So when did you decide to start your own team?
Well, I'm coming reiteration number two. I tried, failed miserably the first time. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and said, "Oh, this is stupid and for the birds," and had no intention of ever doing one again. And then Eric Alexander, who's on my team, called me one day and said, "Hey, I'm getting out of the restaurant business." And he said, "I want to come work with you." And I said, "Nope, that's a horrible idea." He said, "Well, I want to work with you. You sold me my house. I want to do this with you." And I said, "I will only do that on one condition. You need to go and talk to other people." He said, "I'll go and talk to as many people as you want me to in the real estate industry, but I want it to be you." And I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy won't leave me alone. So he did what I asked, and that's where it started from there. And I don't, I'm not looking for people, but I'm always looking, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we built it. And it's been fun. I know now some of the things I didn't know then. My broker, David, our owner as well, Vadim, have been a big part of helping me work through some of these things, which has been great. But I had a little bit better idea of what to do the second time around because, again, like being a real estate agent, when you get to real estate, you don't know anything. You knew enough to pass the test, but you don't know anything about real estate. Well, I didn't know anything about starting a team the first time. And then that's why I said, "Oh, this is a bad idea," right? And then I went back and said, "All right, let's do it again. But let's look at what the failures were," right? I mean, real estate is like baseball. Why? It's failing. Baseball is failing. That's how you learn. Real estate's kind of the same to me. You learn through failures, right? And so it's been way more enjoyable, way more rewarding this time around.
Awesome. That's awesome. What so I want to kind of fast forward because I want to be respectful of your time.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of fast forward to kind of some future, looking at the future of where you want to get to. What's one thing that you're looking to accomplish over the next 12 months? Personal, business, team.
Nothing crazy. Maybe add a new team member. I'd honestly like some more diversity, another female or some better ethnic background. Some more diversity would be great. Otherwise, just to continue to develop the people that are here, that are with me now, that entrust me now. I worry about going too fast because I don't want to take my time away from them and not give them the attention that they deserve. So I just keeping on that personally. I'd like to get back in shape. I faced a lot of health challenges in the year and a half. The team was a blessing because some people know, but I was hospitalized with COVID, ICU, major surgeries, all kind of jazz in the last year and a half. So the team was highly important to my success. But yeah, to develop them, to get my health back to normal. I'm working on my dive master certification. So for me, that's important because that's part of the retirement plan and future goals is to move to Florida, sell some houses, teach a lot of scuba diving and spend it underwater where people can't bother you. To
Don't worry about the sharks.
To continue to serve others. Right. Sharks don't want to bother you. And to continue to serve others. I have, we mentioned earlier in the podcast, my son's death. Fatheads Brewery out of Cleveland actually reached out to me and wanted to do a fundraiser for us. We passed on it and said, let's start a fund that actually will help others. We were fortunately, because of real estate, in a financial spot that we didn't need the money. So we started a fund called Reagan's Fund. And Fatheads continues to make a beer every year called Reagan's Comet, named in his honor. And Matt the Millers, some other restaurants, Pies and Pints, carry the beer. And we use those proceeds to help families in high-risk obstetrics that don't have the financial resources. So doing stuff like that to give back to me is a large focus because so much was given to me to get to where I'm at that I would not be here without opportunities created by others and their generosity. And so it's my part now to be able to give back. It's also a way to shine a positive light on something that was a very dark time of me and my wife and family's lives. So otherwise, I want to spend time with my family. I want to watch my kids grow. I want to take lots of trips. I want to keep diving and just be me. Don't need to be anything different.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What's a big 5-year accomplishment that you're looking to do? You gonna
I
get
would like to,
in 5 years?
I would like to see, we challenged ourselves this year for 150 transactions. We'll be close. But 5-year plan again is to keep moving forward. My 5-year plan is to work towards retirement. I mean, it is to, we've paid off all our debts. Is to keep socking away money, to learn other skills. But I don't have any, to be honest, some grand like this is what I've got to do in 5 years. I've got my 1, my 3, all those things are tracking. And they're moving along. The biggest one probably on my list in 5 years is to get my license here in Florida, just because I know enough people now and go enough that I can slowly start to build a book of business and bounce back and forth.
That's awesome.